Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix Uploaded. This is English and we are focusing on reading and viewing, and we have a particular focus in this lesson, which is emotive language. Let's have a look at this example. I hate you, you are the worst mother in the world. Now, you're not going to read it quite as calmly as that. What emotions or feelings is the person expressing? Well, I think the person would probably emphasize hate. I hate you. And what are you expressing? Anger and bitterness and fury. You are the worst mother in the world. Maybe here you'd be expressing disgust or resentment. You're expressing very strong emotions. Now, where are the words that are expressing those emotions? In the hate and the worst. If you talk about resentment, just make sure that you understand the word, bitterness and anger. So we're looking at some of the words you could use for that statement. You could say disgust, a feeling of strong dislike or disapproval. What about loathe? I loathe you. You're the worst mother in the world. Loathe is to dislike someone or something very much. What about a word like revulsion? Revulsion is when you feel as if you're thrown back away from something. It is so awful. It is so horrible. You go, oh, and you go right back. That is revulsion. I've said here a strong feeling of disgust or disapproval. Don't forget, you need a personal dictionary. You need to be adding words to it all the time. Improve your vocabulary. You need your own vocabulary book. So there are 4 possible words that you might like to learn and to use when you're talking about a sentence like, I hate you, you're the worst mother in the world. Now, the child is using very, very strong language. And because that language is showing emotions, we call it emotive language. Emotive language does 2 things. It either shows the emotion or feeling of the writer, or it creates an emotion or feeling in the audience. So what am I saying? When I use emotive language, I can show what I'm feeling, or I can make you feel something as well. Let's have a look at this sentence. I'm staying at school till 6 o'clock for an extra maths lesson. You could say, but that's an informative text. It's simply giving me information. It's telling me a fact. I'm staying at school till 6 o'clock for an extra maths lesson. Where's the emotion? Well, let's look at it more closely. That sentence does have emotion. First of all, let's start with staying at school till 6 o'clock. How do you feel when you stay at school until 6 o'clock? You're tired. It's a long day. You're exhausted. Everybody else will have gone home. There'll be very few people at the school. So why are you staying? For an extra maths lesson. So let's start with extra lesson. What is the emotional weight of I'm staying for an extra lesson? Does that have an emotion? Does that have a feeling attached to it? I would argue yes. Students who stay that late at school for extra lessons, not just for fun because they're in a lovely play or there's something going on, but for an extra lesson, they are showing that they're committed, they're hardworking, they are dedicated, that they are trying to get the best possible marks. So there is an emotional weight attached to that. But there's an extra emotional weight attached to maths. How do you feel about maths? For many people, maths is scary. Maths is a challenge, so one is frightened. So this could suggest that the person is very nervous about maths, and I've got to stay for an extra maths lesson because I've got to do something about my maths. But there are people who love maths, for whom maths is absolutely wonderful, and let's hope we're all like that. And for them, there's enjoyment and pleasure. You know something? I'm getting 85, I want 100, and I'm staying for an extra math lesson, and it's just so fun, and I'm going to enjoy it because I'm really, really going to get that 100%. What I'm saying to you is a sentence like, I'm staying at school till 6 o'clock for an extra maths lesson, might look like a factual sentence, but actually there's emotion in that sentence. You can be asked to evaluate the message. Now, my students find this so difficult to do. They can explain the message, stay at school, staying late, da-da-da-da-da, but they find it difficult to evaluate. They say, what do I have to do? What does that mean? Partly it's what we've already done. It's what are we saying about that student if that student is staying on? We're talking about the commitment and the dedication. You could also be evaluating the teachers. Obviously, if teachers are staying until 6 o'clock, they're also dedicated and committed. You might say, not all teachers do that. Not all teachers have that kind of commitment to their students. So your evaluation could be of the children or of the teacher. We're going to continue looking at language and focusing on reading and viewing in our next segment.